Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet robe. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Tim Murray.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
What's going on today? How are you?
I'm honestly great today. I have like a few days off. I'm chilling. Been watching scary movies to prepare myself for the Halloween season. I'm vibing.
Well, speaking of scary movies and Halloween season, I mean, you set yourself up for that one. Your beloved Witches is returning to the US. It's starting in San Diego. You're making stops in New York and LA and everywhere in between.
Yeah, I'm super excited. 26 cities, baby. It's gonna be wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything, tell people who have not seen this yet, like what they can expect if they are in one of these 26 cities and want to buy a ticket.
I always say it's a very hard show to describe to people, but trust me, you will leave being like, I've never seen anything like that in my life, and that was one of the most fun nights I've ever had. It's an hour of original stand-up and comedy songs about witches and why gay people love witches, why I love witches. There's some improv song elements, and I'm in full Wicked Witch drag. It is like a Halloween season gay comedy party.
Is there anything different about like this incarnation? Like maybe for people who have seen it before, like have you added songs? Tell us
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I've been touring my regular hour of stand-up since last fall. So I've been like writing new jokes and I've added some of those into the show, written some new things and some new things I've honestly discovered like from doing the show in Edinburgh and London. Like there's just some crowd work elements that have now become like full jokes in the show that are new. And there's a brand new song about my favorite sea witch, who I think is a lot of people's favorite witch.
Well, speaking of which is right, like you are donned, for anyone who has not seen this, like you have green on, you cover yourself in green, which is obviously a nod to Wicked and Elphaba. Are you, how do you feel about the Wicked movie coming out? Are you excited? Are you going to see it? Are you going to be there opening day?
Couldn't be better for me. Couldn't be better timing for me. The movie is coming out while I'm doing this show. So I'm thrilled. I honestly, people love to ask me this, like even socially, people will corner me in a bar and be like, okay, what do you really think? I think it looks amazing. I think the like spectacle element of it looks so cool. I think Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are great picks. I think it's gonna be so awesome. And I'm like a super fan of John M. Chu, the director. Like In the Heights was amazing. Crazy Rich Asians was amazing. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Do you mind that it's two parts? That had such like people had such a visceral reaction to that. And, why is this two parts? And do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I think it's cool. In fact, I was talking to like a person who doesn't know anything about theater who saw Wicked and told me they left at intermission because they thought it was over.
Wow, really?
And I fully see that. I mean, that first act is its own story in and of itself. Like it's that, and there's truly nothing worse than sitting in a movie theater, especially with our attention spans that they are now, being like, okay, this is getting long. So I'm glad that they're gonna be able to like fill the whole world out. And I think that I'm gonna treat it like two acts of a play. I'll see the first one, I'll love it, and then I'll come back for the second one.
I think it's a really good idea too, because like this way you can just slow it down. I mean, right, there's nothing worse, I think, also than just trying to cram it all in 2 hours and being like, this is so jumbled, it doesn't make any sense. And there's so
Exactly.
much that's left out for people that like love this play so much.
And like, who doesn't want a movie to end with defying gravity?
Right?
Watch that not be what it is though. Watch it. It ends after like Sentimental Man or something.
Right. They're gonna like change the whole thing up.
Yeah.
And you think Ariana was a good casting choice? Because that's gotten a lot of, people have a lot of thoughts on that too. Just being a Wicked expert, curious what your thoughts were. You're all
Yeah.
here, you're here for it.
I'm so here for it. And I think like if you're not obsessed with that idea, I think you're about to be proven very wrong. I think she's like truly a remarkable talent. Like her voice is crazy. She's very funny. She's been doing literal musical theater and like big Disney level comedy since she was a kid. She's like obsessed with this show. Like she's obsessed with Wicked, so she gets it. She's as a fan of it. I think she's gonna bring her own self to it and also do like, you know, a tribute to this character that she's loved for so long. And honestly, like, of course it's her. Like, she has like 250 million Instagram followers. Like, if you want this, you know, product that we love so much to have the global scale that it deserves, you need an Ariana Grande cast.
I think so too, right? Like she is
Yeah.
a fan of it. She certainly has the voice. I don't think it's stunt casting. She's a fan and she actually is right for the part. It's like it makes total sense to me.
Yeah, she's gonna be great.
I mean, she left her husband and met her new boyfriend on this movie. I mean, there's that, which I mean, I think is interesting just for people that are just Ariana fans that may not be Broadway fans. I think people just want to kind of see all of that on screen.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying too, is like so many movie musicals flop because so you forget that like musical theater is kind of a niche thing. Like not everybody likes it. So not everybody wants to go see a musical, but someone like Ariana Grande is going to make this musical accessible to so many people who wouldn't normally go see it.
I agree. Do you like any other like music divas? Like Ariana's like the end all be all for a lot of people. Like for me, it's Madonna. I mean, Cher is probably a close second. Yes, I am gay too. But just, I don't want to sway you. Like, who are your kind of divas that you love in music?
I mean, I'm a Britney Spears boy through and through. Like, I went to her first concert. I was so obsessed. I think there's something really magical about like truly just an it factor star. Like that person comes on the screen and you're like, I just remember being a kid and being like, whoa, she's so gorgeous and also just has like something interesting about her. Like she just has it. And so that I've always been obsessed with Britney. And there's also like a pureness to Britney that I think like that's why the Free Britney movement was so huge because she just really is like she just seems like kind of like a pure person. Like she's yeah. So Britney for sure, Celine of course. Like it is one of my great regrets in life that I never got to see her Vegas show. And of course Whitney Houston. Like to me that is the voice of maybe the century. Like she really when a Whitney song comes on, it's like you feel it in your soul.
Do you have a favorite Britney album?
Baby One More Time. The first one is like hands down my fave. Yeah.
It's all about Blackout for me.
Really, I know a
I
lot of people
love
are big
Blackout.
Blackout stands. It's good. It's good. I'm such a '90s like lover that just the '90s vibe, the late '90s vibe of Baby One More Time, like really gets me together.
It's very 90s. And does this mean like, do you not like Justin Timberlake because of Britney? I mean,
Hate. Like I
see?
will I hate that person.
That's what the real Britney Army people tell me. I'm not
Well,
there, but I find that just I never realized that was a thing until this past summer and the whole arrest. And then I started realizing, oh, this has been going on for years. Okay.
let's go to a bar sometime and I'll gab your ears off about because it's not just her. I read Jessica Simpson's book as well, which is honestly so fabulous. It's like such a great, interesting book. And she talks about